Hi guys, my name is Lorena Miramontes and this is my MARP presentation on augmented reality. In this presentation, I will talk about what it is, the difference between augmented reality and virtual reality, the history of it, how it was used in the 90s, how it's used today, and finally, how it's used in education. Augmented reality, or AR for short, is defined as an enhanced version of the real physical world that is achieved through the use of digital visual elements, sound, or other sensory stimuli delivered via technology. But what does this all mean? To put it in simple terms, it's combining real world images with computer generated information or imagery. A good example would be the filters used on Snapchat or Instagram, like the picture seen here of time progression. Now that we know what augmented reality is, let's take a look at virtual reality and see their differences. Virtual reality has to do with computer generated environments for you to interact with using virtual reality, or VR for short, VR glasses. Now let's talk about the history of augmented reality. Believe it or not, AR technology was invented in 1968 by a Harvard professor and computer scientist named Ivan Sutherland. He developed the first head mounted display system as seen on the picture, in which the user experienced computer generated graphics that enhanced their sensory perception of the world. And up to this point, virtual reality and augmented reality were essentially the same concept, but then the two split and advanced. In 1992, Louis Rosenberg, a researcher from the U.S. Air Force Armstrong Research Lab, created virtual fixtures, which was one of the first fully functional augmented reality systems. This allowed military personnel to virtually control and guide machinery to perform tasks like training their U.S. Air Force pilots and safer flying practices. In 1994, AV, short for augmented reality, was brought to the entertainment industry for the first time in the production titled Dancing in Cyberspace by Julie Martin. And in 1998, the NFL broadcasted the first live game with the virtual yellow yard marker. Now let's move on to the year 2000. In 2000, a man named Hirokazu Kato developed an open source software library called the Art Toolkit. The purpose of this library was to help other developers build augmented reality software programs. In 2009, a skier magazine used augmented reality in print media for the first time in an attempt to make the pages come alive. In 2013, Volkswagen launched the MARTA app, which is the Mobile Augmented Reality Technical Assistance app, which gave their technicians step by step repair instructions. In 2014, Google presented the Google Glass devices, which users could wear for more immersive experiences. The list goes on, but for the sake of time, I will leave you with this information. In this slide, you can see the timeline of augmented reality to give you a visual of the evolution from its beginnings to our current times. Lastly, let's talk about AR and education. According to viewsonic.com, there are several benefits of using augmented reality in the classroom. Not only does it enhances their learning, it also deepens their content knowledge in several areas including reading, math, spatial concepts, science, history, and creativity, just to name a few. Compared to virtual reality, AR is more cost friendly with options for school districts with tight budgets. To set up AR in the classroom, you need to have internet connection, mobile devices such as tablets or smartphones, AR educational apps, and triggers or markers. And these can be either Images, objects, locations, and or actions that trigger an action on the device screens via the AR app. Here are some examples of AR apps that are ready to be used in the classroom with simple instructions and include pre-designed triggers or markers. Quiver is a 3D coloring app, and this can be used in lower elementary to teach continents. The way that it would work is that the students would color the continent page, and using a mobile device along with the app, it would bring the images to life, giving them different viewing options, the ability to manipulate the image, and even take pictures and video. Elements 4D and Anatomy 4D apps cover topics in chemistry and anatomy. Heirloom plants and heirloom geometry focus on botany and geometry. The benefits of these particular types of apps is that students are able to experiment in a safer environment rather than handling chemicals in real life. It helps students improve their understanding of abstract concepts through manipulation and multi-angle observation of 3D objects. In this next slide, you will see a short video of augmented reality
Moving
in
away
action.
from containment and onto information everywhere.
Magic Leap's technology is reportedly built around something called a dynamic digitalized light field signal.
Yeah, it's like I'm right there. Like you're in the bathroom. This is cool.
Oh, there you go.
It's just not possible today. Now, what you've just seen is a vision of how HoloLens could enhance one single subject.
This platform is going to truly blend your digital life with your physical life. And it is so thrilling. This is truly about seeing the world in a whole different way.
In conclusion, augmented reality has evolved and will continue to evolve over time. We have seen different companies use this type of technology to market their products. We have seen it in the entertainment industry to provide their spectators with new experiences. And we've seen it in the car industry to assist their technicians with step-by-step repairs. Implementing AR in the classroom should be no different. AR will help students understand abstract and complex concepts through manipulation and multi-angle observations that direct instruction cannot.